On behalf of our principal, Chris Carter, Lady Bear head coach Amy Walden, and her Lady Bears, I'm Buzz Sawyer alongside my broadcast partner David Little, and we welcome you to Grizzly Field for the conference opener between our Lady Bears and the Lady Tigers of Springdale Har-Ber. Coach Little, who is probably trying to get his bearings right now because he was on this field last year as the head coach, but he is the on-field analyst right now. Coach, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, Buzz. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. It's all good. So how's it feel being on this side of it?
Well, it feels okay. It's a little surreal, but it feels okay.
Right. Well, I didn't know that we were going to get to play tonight because of the weather, but it looks like we're going to get a break, be able to get this in, the first conference game for these two teams. The Lady Bears are actually 0-2 coming in tonight, lost to Hackett and then lost to Prairie Grove. So it'd be nice to get a win here on Grizzly Field tonight.
Well, and especially since it's our first conference game as well, you want to get onto a good start in conference as well.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like, first of all, before I go any further, what a beautiful field this is. Jack is responsible for that, and man, it looks like something at Augusta National. Well, I've never been there, but I've seen pictures of it. Chris Carter sitting here beside me, and I'm sure he agrees with the way this field looks. Coach, you're down there with it. I guess did you get on it earlier?
No, I haven't been on it. I'm gonna be stepping on it here in just a minute, but looks like Jack's done a really good job of getting the field ready. He's got the rye overseeded. It's nice and green. Like you said, it's beautiful.
All right, we're about ready to start. Here we go. Mallory Craig in the circle. We'll start off with the ball. One and one. Zyra Palmer, third base, is at the plate for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, she's a slapper. She's gonna go right at the pitcher, and if it's in the zone, she's gonna try to poke it somewhere.
A shot into center field. That'll be the first out. Zamaria Green makes the catch. Just a freshman in center field.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, she was playing way up. Most of the time, slappers don't hit with a lot of power, so you want to kind of shift your outfield up a little bit and your infield in, because usually those slappers, they got a lot of speed.
And you got pretty good wind. It looks like sometimes it's blowing in or maybe blowing to left field. It kind of switches on us. Riley Wolf at the plate. Takes a strike. Riley plays left field. Our infield, Jaliyah Vickers, Bailey Brinkley, Anna Hale, and Erica Johnson. Swing and a miss.
That was a nice changeup right there. Yeah, there's a little bit of change from last year. Jayla Vickers, it's at third now. She was in left field last year.
Right.
And, of course, the left fielder and center fielder are new, and Bailey Brinkley was at third last year. She's at short now.
She's kind of taken up where Danessa left off. Danessa, who's now at Arkansas Baptist.
Yeah, those are some big shoes to fill, Buzz.
Big shoes. Eden Davis, Mario Green, and Onesty Thomas. That is our outfield. Addison Foster behind the plate. Only four seniors on this team, Coach. Just like our Lady Bear baseball team, she'll strike her out. 2 down now, top of the first inning. Ricky Smith with a young Lady Bear basketball team. Coach Walden with the young Lady Bear softball team. Big future for both these programs. Madison Pratt, center fielder at the plate. She'll take a strike.
You know, Buzz, I think some of these girls for Har-Ber and some of the Lady Bears play summer ball together, so they're very familiar with each other.
Coach Mallory, who did a good job for you last year, but what I've seen so far tonight, she's really an improved pitcher. Like she's picked up the velocity quite a bit.
Yeah, her velocity may not be what a lot of other pitchers are in the conference, but she paints the strike zone. She's all over the strike zone, moves the ball in and out. She's got good movement on her curveball, and that was her changeup right there. So that, when you can get your changeup over for a strike, it makes your fastball look a whole lot faster. So she's a very, very competitive pitcher.
And the Grizzly Sports Network, so fortunate to have coaches on the field. In football, it's Coach Fuller, is a retired head coach. Now David Little, a retired head coach here, watching this girls softball. So you're getting a lot of good information, ground level, from guys that have been there and done that. 1-2 is the count. Two and two now, 2 down, top of the first.
From what I understand, Har-Ber's a much improved team. They've lost a couple really close ball games to some really good teams. Pea Ridge, Farmington. I think they went extra innings with Farmington. So their resume, says that they're a pretty good team. They just hadn't
got that W
won
yet.
any games. Yeah.
There's a nice shot to Bailey. That'll end the first half of the first inning. So the Lady Bears will come up in the bottom of the first with 3 up, 3 down. Leading off will be Bailey Brinkley, shortstop, who just caught the line drive there. Bailey, like you said, Coach, played third for you last year, and she was a fun player to watch.
Yeah, she's really, really competitive. They played yesterday at Prairie Grove, and she went 4 for 4, so she's swinging a good bat right now. Got a lot of speed, too. And also, her mom, Amy Brinkley, she was assistant coach. She was my assistant last year.
Right.
She did a really good job. So,
and got a very nice award too.
Yeah, she Arkansas Teacher of the Year for 21-22 school year. So, she's a biology teacher, and she does a great job for Northside. And Coach Carter, or Chris Carter, our principal, appreciates having her on staff. I call him Coach Carter because we used to coach together.
Yeah, I kind of go a couple different ways on that. Coach, Chris, Principal Carter, got a lot of titles. But the best, what I like best about him?
What's that, Buzz?
I love his PA. Golly. And I may go to Hot Springs just to hear him.
Yeah, he does the state championship basketball games. He's very, very talented at that stuff.
Yeah, you can go watch it. I tell you what, you can go to any NBA game and you won't hear any better than what he delivers. Line outside. Aniston Reith in the circle for the Wildcats.
And she's tall.
Well, she is. I called them Tigers. Apologize for that earlier. They're the Wildcats.
She is throwing a curveball. Her first 2 pitches have been curveballs. They're, in softball they don't break a whole lot, but they break enough to affect the hitting. And her first 2 pitches have been curveballs.
Wildcats head coach Candy Bailey, assistant coach Jody Doherty. Two and one.
Let's see if Bailey works on a two-strike approach that she's been working on for the last couple of years. It looks like she is just trying to make contact.
Just need a base runner here. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss. One down for the Lady Bears. Anna Hale now will be up.
Next for Lady Bears.
Anna, senior, second baseman. Inside. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. We're experimenting a little bit with some new camera angles. We've got one on a high-rise tripod, and you can look at it from here, and it's moving a little bit, so it's not the camera operator, it's the actual camera. Whenever we go to that shot, it's a nice shot, though.
Yeah, that's just the wind moving it.
Yeah, pretty windy out here.
You know, Anna, she's a 3-year starter at second base. You know, she's not as big as a minute, but she's got the heart of a lion. You know, she'll scrap with you.
Fouled that off down the right field line. 2-2. Just one down for the Lady Bears, and need to get a base runner. Fouled off into the parking lot. I don't want to hear that familiar sound of a windshield.
Yeah, Buzz, I made sure I parked all the way at the end of the parking lot because of that reason right there.
You know where I'm parked.
Yeah, you're probably safe.
I think I'm safe with this wind blowing in like this.
Yeah, I think so.
Making contact. Still 2-2. Count is full now. Good eye, but you know, you think about that when you have a 2-2 count. You got a pitch that is a marginal pitch, but she was disciplined, didn't take the swing. Now the count is full.
You know, Buzz, I'm right here behind the plate, and that was outside, but it didn't miss by much.
Just a little quick on that one. It's fouled down the left field line. Are you actually in the concession, or are you on the? You say you're behind the plate.
Yeah, I'm.
Are you underneath the
this
canopy?
awning? Yeah, I'm underneath
okay.
the awning here. Just trying to get a bird's eye view.
I know you
know,
like
catcher's view from it.
Well, you like to get in the concession here and there. That ball probably would have put her on base there, but took a swing at it. 2 down now.
It's one of the hardest things to do is leave that high fastball alone.
Senior Erica Johnson at the plate. I remember watching Erica last year. She can she can hit a lick.
Yeah, here's another 3-year starter. She started in right field her sophomore year, and then she's been at first base the last 2. Another great competitor, and like you said, when she gets a hold of it, she can make it go.
I saw her hit some down the right field line last year for power.
You know, in every game, a pitcher and a catcher, for both teams, you're trying to kind of figure out what the umpire's strike zone is. That's one of the things you're trying to do. Well, this umpire's got a pretty tight strike zone.
Yeah, you see that in all of our sports, too, kind of see what, in basketball, what are you going to be able to get away with? Football's the same way, and she just fouled one right over the press box.
And, you know, Buzz, I've always told my pitchers and catchers and all my players, you know, it doesn't matter to me what the umpire's strike zone is, if it's tight, if it's loose. As long as he's the same for both teams, I don't have a problem with it. as a hitter, you've got to adjust to the pitcher to the umpire strike zone. If he's got a wide strike zone, you better be ready.
2-1. She took a big cut at that one.
Yeah, she threw a change up there and kind of pulled the string on it, and Erica wasn't ready for it.
Aniston Reith is the pitcher for the Wildcats. Struck her out.
2 straight change-ups.
Yep. At the end of 1, it's 0-0. Both teams 3 up, 3 down. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the second after this.
Sawyer's is about more than sunrooms, patios, and home improvement. For over 30 years, we've been about people, about our community, about you. We make quality products affordable so you can focus on making memories with those who matter most. We bring our passion for great craftsmanship and take pride in the work we do so you can count on it lasting a lifetime. Give us a call today and see the difference we can make for you.
Sabor Azteca is bringing authentic Mexican flavor to Fort Smith. Experience the taste of delicious homemade dishes made from scratch just for you. Enjoy your favorites with our delicious fajitas, tacos, and more, cooked by friendly people who make it authentic. Visit Sabor Azteca Mexican restaurant and taste it for yourself.
Welcome back to Grizzly Field. It is 0-0 in this conference opener. Our principal, Chris Carter, has joined us. Coach, appreciate you putting the headset on. I know you're not going to be here long, but man, we just appreciate you being here and putting the headset on. All your input is so appreciated, along with Coach Little.
Well, David Little has forgotten more about baseball and softball than I'll ever know. I can promise you that.
That's 2 of us. Boy, we're so lucky to have him, especially on the field.
That's not true. Me and Chris Carter coached baseball together for a couple years.
He's pretty humble, though.
I didn't do much.
Kylie Burris. That's in the 4 spot. She is a shortstop for the Lady Wildcats. 1-0. Burris with a hard hit ball down the left field line. It's foul. Well, she turned on that one pretty good, didn't she, Coach?
Yeah, we might want to stay away for the rest of this at bat. She is her cleanup hitter, so she's probably pretty gifted at that.
Two and 1. Three and 1's a count. Dylan had about 2 hours notice before we didn't know if we were going to do the broadcast today, and had about 2 hours notice to put all this together.
I don't know how you do that.
Well, I continue. I will and will always do this, Dylan. I advocate for a pay raise for Dylan. You don't pay him enough.
You don't know what I pay him.
You don't pay him enough.
You don't know what I pay him. Just not enough?
It's not enough.
Well, I'll agree with that. Pay you too much, though.
Yeah, I ought to be paying you to do this.
No, there is no... I can't really put a value on what you bring. All the volunteers that do this, it's amazing how dedicated and some of the things that you guys do, especially going up to like Bentonville, sitting in a crow's nest, doing a basketball game.
Well, we'll see what kind of offensive strategy Har-Ber has here. You know, behind the plate, Addison Foster, she's got a really, really good arm. So I don't know if they may try to bunt, steal, hit and run. We're just going to see.
Well, you got Burris at first, so she's the cleanup hitter. I don't know anything about the speed of this team. Little bunt, and she will get her to second base. That was Savannah Woods, the second baseman, at the plate. She advanced the runner, so Burris on second with one down.
You know, when you coach defense in bunt situations, you just want to make sure you get an out. And the Lady Bears did a good job of executing, getting the out. And, you know, they got the bunt down, so now you got to play some good defense and hope we get them out before they score.
Brooke Byer at the plate. She'll take a ball. Brooke plays center field for the Wildcats.
Number 4, Brooke Byers.
It was a hard shot in the gap between third and short. And that's going to score Burris, and Byers going to go to second. Well hit ball. Ashton Little just comes in. We'll get her on a headset here shortly. I have a father-daughter deal. Ashton has played for her dad. She knows what it's like to be a player.
Up the bat for the Wildcats, Addison Wright.
Aniston Wright at the plate. Aniston, the pitcher. Swing and a miss.
She was way out front on that one.
One down with the runner at second. That's Brooke Byer. Outside. One and one the count. Mallory Craig in the circle for the Lady Bears. Shut them down in the bottom of the top of the first. What a big hit in the gap from Burris. Aniston has a lot of velocity on her pitch, but man, she's got a lot of bat speed too.
Yeah, she turned on that one pretty good. It's the big pitch here. You don't want to, they scored a run, but you want to stop the bleeding as quick as possible.
Oh, another well-hit ball, but it's foul down the left field line, and that'll go through the parking lot. Count is full for Aniston Reith.
I would expect something either outside or off speed here.
That was a nice pitch from Mallory.
That was a great changeup by Mallory, but I'll tell you, that was an even better job of the hitter
Getting
her
a
hands
bat on
back
it.
and fouling it off and giving herself another chance.
Aretha hit two well-hit, hard-hit balls foul down the left field line. 3-2, just one down. Didn't get all that one either as it's fouled into the parking lot.
I tell you, they're going to run out of softballs.
How many do you supply?
Well, when you're the home team, you
Just unlimited?
I try to go with 6 for a doubleheader. But sometimes when you have that many foul balls getting out of the park, you got to grab some more.
It's popped up into the infield. Celia Vickers will squeeze it.
You know, that was a great job by Mallory. She had a 3-1 count, and she threw 4 straight strikes to finally get that out. So that was a great job by her.
Well, after seeing Aniston Reith turn on a couple of them, you kind of hold your breath. But get her back in the dugout. 2 down now for the Lady Bears. Start with the strike there. You got Burris still at second base. Burris, who hit a gapper early. Well, nice inside pitch. She pulled it down the left field line foul. This is Briley Bratcher. Briley plays first base for the Wildcats. She took a pitch that would have high and inside, hits it into center field. Burris is going to hold up at third. Bratcher goes to first. I'm a little surprised she took that. Took a swat at that, Coach. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was another changeup.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Mallory left it up in the zone a little bit. You know, that batter's eyes got big, and she put a good bat on it. Okay, we got a first and third situation. Here's the beauty of it. There's 2 outs. You know, if it's me, I'm just throwing the girl out at second if she steals. Now, if she tries to get in a rundown, that's a different thing.
Yeah, this is your 9th place hitter, Chloe Malden. Chloe plays right field.
Usually with a 9-hole hitter, you don't want to steal to get the girl out, but you also want to score the run. You don't ever want your 9-hole leading off the inning.
Chloe turned on that one, fouled down the left field line. Coach Whitsitt snagged it. You see the hands-on coach there?
He's got skills.
No glove.
Yeah, I would expect Har-Ber to have something in the works right here.
1-1.
Sometimes that runner at first, she'll go halfway and try to get herself in a rundown to score the runner from third.
Fouled it off. 1-2. Two and two. Big opportunity here for Chloe Malden with the runners at the corners.
You know, I'm really, really surprised they hadn't put that girl in motion to try to get this run from third home since there's 2 outs.
A shot into left field, and that will end the inning. That was on Esty Thomas. Squeeze that to end the inning. So, hey, I feel fortunate just giving up 1 there, Coach. What about you?
Oh, absolutely. We got to feel good about that. Now, you know, we got to get the bats going, but you know, it just seems like Mallory, when things don't seem to be going right, she bears down and gets it done. So.
Boy, she did. I think the most impressive duel there was with Aniston Reith, the pitcher. And to be able to get her out, I think that, you know, everybody started breathing a little bit easier. But having runners at the corner with the 9-hole hitter up.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I don't know their situation. I don't know what they had on the base paths as far as speed. But if they had any kind of speed, If it was me, I'd have been sending that girl at first, try to get something done to get that run in. Chris,
what's your assessment so far?
Yeah, I'm just taking it all in.
You just enjoying it?
Yes.
You got the big chair, man. You ought to come up here and get a picture of him. I think I will. I'm going to get a picture of him right now.
Sitting in the wing
He's
back.
in the big chair.
Put that on fan cam, Buzz.
Yeah.
We'll have that up on the fan cam here shortly.
Looking across the way, and my old buddy Matt Blaylock, I look up and I see his mom and dad and his sister, his wife's name and his name on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
You talk about how you make things happen. Matt is the voice of the Grizzlies on Friday nights in the stadium. And when we deal with kids, we deal with a lot of fun kids. And senior night, Matt was mispronouncing Fallon Rackley's name, calling him Falcon. Well,
I remember that.
That nickname has now stuck.
Has
now
it?
When I see Fallon Rackley in the hallways,
Falcon.
It's Falcon. And at the last game we played in basketball, Falcon, and I did the wingspan wave.
I saw that.
Matt said he would keep that forever.
That is good. And I'm so proud of Fallon because he's a kid that has hung in there and just done a great job. He scored the last touchdown for the season, and he was a senior, and it was against Little Rock Southwest. It seems like we talk about every broadcast, but McLean Moody hit him between the 8 and the 1 on a little post route. He got behind the DB and
he's
scored.
Such a good kid.
He is.
He's a lot of fun to be around.
And he got to contribute to the basketball team this year as well.
Sure did. Addison Foster, the catcher for the Lady Bears. 0-2 at the plate right now, and we are behind by 1.
Now this one right here, if she gets a hold of one, it'll cut through that wind. She can sure stroke it.
Just don't hit the cameraman in center field.
Matt did radio for a number of years before he took over the public address.
And when he started doing that, I started doing the radio.
Yeah.
And then we've evolved into Grizzly TV, and then now the Grizzly Sports Network.
This is amazing. And I can't remember who Matt took up. It might have been Harold Raines. Well, that's going way back.
Swing and a miss. So she will go back to the dugout, and 1 down. Mallory Craig did a great job in the circle in the top of the second just to get out of there with 1 run scored. We start talking about families like the Carters and the Blaylocks and the Rellifords, the Shepherds. There's just so much history and tradition with the Northside Grizzlies.
Yes. Anytime the property that we're sitting on right now, when I was a kid and when you were a kid, was called Elm Grove.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And it
I
housed
remember it.
Some of the greatest athletes of all time, not only in high school but even in college. When you talk about Almer Lee and Ron Brewer and all those guys, Benny Shepard that grew up in Elm Grove, and what a neat situation and setting that we're in today to be able to play ball on what I would call hallowed grounds.
Yeah. Well, you'd be absolutely correct to describe it that way. When you and I were doing the game in Rogers, the tournament, I got a text from Vera Shepard, and she said that I was actually broadcasting with royalty, and that you were her godson. And we talked about that during the game, and she texts me almost every game to let me know what the pregame meal is, because they tailgate pretty much before every game.
I had the distinct honor to speak at Benny's funeral, and I miss that guy every day.
Oh my gosh!
I think about him all the time. Yeah. Dad, but just good people. I mean, they were just good people.
There were times that she would text the menu, and I'd almost leave the press box.
I don't blame
you. We have some pretty good food. Coach Burnett has always done a good job, setting up people, different restaurants and stuff to cater the press box during home games. But when you hear her menu, yeah, it'll make your mouth water.
And I left somebody off. Eric Burnett actually grew up in Elm Grove, and he lived about where the flagpole is in center field.
So Mallory helped herself off there with a walk. She's got a courtesy runner in for her.
And I believe that is Malia Burnett.
Speaking of Burnett.
Yeah.
Jayla Vickers, good batter. Started in left field last year. She's at third base this year.
Next for Lady Bears, number 17, Jayla Vickers.
Swing and a miss. Now you were talking to Jayla before the game started.
Yeah, she just came over to tell me she's playing third base. Then, of course, how much she misses me, and stuff like that.
I didn't hear that part, but I believe it.
No, she didn't necessarily say that.
Little piece of it, 1 and 2. Now we've yet to really get a solid bat on the ball. Jayla, the 6th place hitter. How's Caitlin Massey doing these days, Coach?
Well, she's playing at Prairie View A&M, pitching for them. She went there last year as a true freshman and pitched for them a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, they made it to the NCAA regionals in the first round. She pitched against the #1 team in the nation, OU.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think it went very well, but it's a
what
great
an
accomplishment just to be able to do that.
Coach, can you catch that? That's coming right at us, and it hit on top of the press box. 2 and 2's the count. Vickers was all the way to first base.
This has been a count where Reith has either gone up in the zone to try to make him chase it or thrown a changeup. So we'll see what we got here.
Now 1 down and 1 on after the walk from Mallory Craig.
Now, Buzz, my question for you is, can you tell the difference in the pitches that the girls are throwing? Can you tell if it's a fastball or a changeup, a curveball, rise ball?
It's harder to see the rise.
Right.
But we can tell, the changeup and the fastball pretty good.
That right there is a curveball.
Yeah.
It's, of course, it's nothing like a baseball curveball, but you can actually, from behind the plate, you can see it's moving some.
Jayla has a 3 and 2 count. Swing and a miss. So 2 down for the Lady Bears. Eden Davis plays right field. At the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first.
Eden's a sophomore. She came in and she really, really surprised us as a freshman last year. Started the whole season and led the Lady Bears in home runs last year.
And when you talk about last year, you talk about Danessa and being at Arkansas Baptist. And I talked to her yesterday, and she'd like to have the Grizzly Sports Network. Nice shot third, but it will be an out. Hard hit. And I remember Eden last year, who had a lot of power in left field, and she hit a shot there, but a good job by Zyra Palmer at third base to throw him out.
Yeah, Eden's got a really good future ahead of her in softball. She's a hard worker. You know, she's very strong, so good next couple years for her.
At the end of 2, it is 1 for the Har-Ber Lady Wildcats, 0 for the Lady Bears. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 3rd right after this.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience. It's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
Northside High School invites you to help pave the way in the Legacy Walk. All former or current students, players, friends, families, faculty, administration, community leaders, and businesses are invited to become a permanent part of its campus. Have your own personalization engraved on a 4x8 brick to be installed in front of the new arena. Honor a loved one, a teacher, a coach, your graduating class, or even advertise an organization or business. Support Northside and become a part of the campus for years to come. Stop by the Grizzly Gear Shop and order yours today. Back to the top of the lineup. Zyra Palmer at the plate. Played third base and made a good squeeze. Shut the Lady Bears down. On the bottom of the 2nd. 1-0. Make that 2-0. And we want to welcome in all of our Grizzly Sports Network viewers. As always, we appreciate you so much. Didn't have a lot of time to really give you any warning to let you know that we were going to broadcast this game. But hope the word got out a little bit. Beauty of it is, if you want to see it, it's always going to be there. Guys, wouldn't it have been nice if we'd have had this when we played? Where you could go back and pull it up and watch it.
Yeah, you know, we had the old VHS tapes.
Beta.
Yeah, beta.
Yeah.
You had reel to reel.
Yeah, you know Mike Cellino.
Of course.
Cellino, last year during the basketball game, he brought me a thumb drive while we were broadcasting. He said, watch this when you get home. And it was the Northside-Southside game when I was a senior. And, guys, when I was watching it, it all started coming back to me, and I knew what the next play was.
That's
and
crazy.
The next play was. Yeah.
Well, we walked the lead off 4 straight pitches, so they'll probably have some kind of bunt, steal thing in motion right here.
Riley Wolf, the left fielder at the plate. And there she goes. She'll be safe at second. We had a running back named Ira Harris who was a speedster.
I know Ira.
Ira's locker was next to mine. Back then they didn't have social media and all the stuff that we have today, so all the talk the week before the game was talking about the speed of a guy that they had who was a sophomore, played defensive back, and Ira Harris, and if it came to a foot race that he would run Ira down, and I kept cutting out these articles, putting them in his locker. And that night when we played, we had them down 17-0. They scored, made it 17-7. There's a bunt back to Mallory. Mallory will throw right at first, but it's going to advance the runner.
I believe he called her safe
Palmer,
at first.
third. Oh, she is safe.
He called her safe.
Yeah, sure did. And
Yeah.
we had them down 17-0. They scored, made it 17-7. They kicked off to us, and Ira caught it at the 3. And when he hit the wedge, it was all this congestion. You couldn't see what was happening. And he pops out the backside, and the guy waiting on him was their DB that they said had all this speed, and he was closing on him. And Ira kind of cut to the sideline. He was going down the sideline in front of the bench, and this guy was really closing on him. Ira got to about the 20-yard line, and he turned around. Take that back. He got across midfield, Then he hit another gear.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all over then. In the last 15 yards, he turned around and ran backwards and waved at him. Just rubbed it in. So we ended up winning that game 24-7.
Ira could play. He was fast. Been quite a few speedsters play football at Northside High School.
Well, we need a strikeout right here. That'd be big.
There's a shot into center field. That'll score a runner. It'll score another one. So nice hit into center field. Scores 2. 3-0 is the score.
Number 22, Har-Ber.
That was Madison Pratt with the hit. Now Kylie Burris at the plate. I remember going into our locker room. We actually had a lot of weights in there. It was a little different back then. And they had the leg press right next to all the track and field records, and I would get on the leg press, look up at that track and field record, and I'd see a guy named Steve Carter. I think it was 9.7 in the 100-yard dash.
Yeah.
And that one, when it went to 100 meters, that's it. That will never be broken.
That's what he used to always say.
There's a shot into right. Will it be chased down? Nice job looking into the sun. That was Eden Davis that snagged it. What a great job.
We doubled the girl off at second. She took off early.
Who'd you play for, Buzz? Who was your
College?
coach? No, who was your coach?
Oh, Presley. I'm sorry. Presley was there right before I got there. Gosh, you caught me off guard now.
Not Thone, was it?
No, Thone was there. He was offensive coordinator. I'm having a mind block
Ron
right now.
Toothaker?
No, I missed Toothaker at Arkansas Tech and at Northside. I missed him when I went to Tech, and he came to Northside.
What year was that?
I hate to even say that, man. People will think, Lee, are you sitting down?
Was it 30s or 40s?
75. Is when I graduated. Yeah.
Who the head coach was in 75?
That was popped up. Oh. Well, it landed right in the circle. She'll go to second base. Well, you hate to. I mean, that makes you feel a little helpless there.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, the way the wind's blowing in, when it went up, it probably looked like it was going to the second baseman.
Yeah.
The wind blew it all the way back to the pitcher.
Buzz, I got a text message wanting to know from a person wanting to know what position you played, and I'm telling them.
At Northside, I kicked.
You kicker.
Yep. Kicked, extra points, field goals, kicked off. Tim Bland did all the punting. He was a good punter. If you remember Mike Conger.
Yep.
Conger punted. Tommy Chain.
Oh, yeah.
Chain ended up going to Arkansas.
Tim Bland coached me over at Fort Smith Christian.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
You know, Tim played quarterback and punted. He was a good athlete.
Tim's brother-in-law is Ricky Young, the lead singer for the Cabbage Heads.
Exactly right. A lazy fly into right field will score a runner. And that runner is Savannah Woods.
Courtesy runner in for her. I guess she's the catcher.
Pitcher Aniston Reith at the plate now.
Bentley was asking about what position you played.
Yeah. Bentley?
Yeah.
That's my man there.
There you go.
Tell him I went to Arkansas Tech.
They're listening. Kristen Bean.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I went. They do. They're so
They're great.
loyal to us. And
Yeah.
always send in fan cams. We appreciate that. You saw that the last at bat for Aniston Reith when she pulls it really hard but gets a lot of bat on the ball. So Matt Blaylock just walks into the press box.
The man, the myth, and the legend holding a big chunk of nachos.
And will he share?
I know the answer to that. No.
You know, talking about him earlier, I guess his ears were burning. He had to get over here.
He said he might walk over and eat loaded nachos.
Now, I went to Tech, recruited as a kicker, and didn't punt, but did all the place kicking. And our punter, who was a really good punter, got kicked off the team halfway through the season. And so they asked me to punt. We play in Harding at Searcy. My first game as a punter, and we had a 4th down and 29, and I kicked it 28 yards out of bounds, and I got to the sideline, and defensive back coach said, "Son, you didn't even punt a first down."
Yeah, that's a bad feeling.
I figured my career as a punter may be over.
I tell you, those punters are kind of squirrely.
A little bit odd.
Well, they moved me to wide receiver in the spring, and I got hit by a 165-pound outside linebacker that about took my head off. And I said, "Can I go back to kicking?" Had a guy named Kelly Davis come in. Kelly ended up being an All-American kicker like you. He was long before you, but he was at Tech. And Kelly, who did a lot of place kicking and punting, and he couldn't have been as good as he was if it hadn't been for Jeff Ferris, who was his snapper. Jeff does a lot of color for us during football. Jeff had a great career at Arkansas Tech. Played center and then did all the long snapping.
Matt Blaylock had a big career at Arkansas Tech.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Again, Reith hits it down the left field line. Foul, thank goodness. Two and two, have 2 outs on the Lady Wildcats. Runner at first. I'd love to see Reith sit down again. Got her out her first at bat. Got a swing and a miss. So after 2.5, it's 4-0. We will take a quick break. Come back with the Lady Bears after this.
Hey, Chief, which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Yeah.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh them and find out.
Okay. Pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
Welcome back to Grizzly Field. Coach Cravella, Chris. Coach Cravella was my head coach. Yeah. But Don Thone was the offensive coordinator. Did he take over as head coach? Last time I saw him, he was on a marshal on a golf course during a tournament I played in.
Buzz, we need to get a hit. We need to get a little rally going here.
Got to get it going now. Bottom of the third. Thomas plays left field for the Lady Bears. 0-1.
Honesty got a couple spot starts last year and really did well.
Laid the bunt down there and got under it just a little bit. 0-2. Grizzlies are playing Bentonville West. Is that correct? Right now, have
Yeah,
you heard anything on that?
Over here at Hunts Park, hadn't heard anything. They went over there. They went to Bentonville West last night and beat them 5-0. Pitched 3 guys combined for a no-hitter last night.
Yeah, I heard it was impressive.
Yeah, it was. McKay Moody was,
if he's
hovering
on
around 90 last night, he was all around the strike zone. Matlock came in the 6th, and then Will Rollins came in and finished out in the 7th. But it was a great job by the Grizzlies last night.
Got Ashton Little on a headset right now, so we got a father-daughter deal going. Ashton, what was it like playing for your dad?
Depends on the day.
Well, if the day was going bad, like if it was a bad inning for you, what was it like? Well, say it was a bad game.
I was scared to go home.
That's not true.
No, he would get it out at the game, and that'd be the end of it.
He didn't take it home with him? Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Of course, back when Ashton played, I was the assistant coach, so
Mario Green.
She got to get it from the head coach.
Mario Green at the plate. Plays center fielder. Just a freshman. Man, it's so cool to see freshmen play now because, it wasn't like that a couple of years ago. And seeing freshmen get playing time, and I mean, it is amazing to get on a big stage like that and be able to perform.
Yeah, I remember her. I helped out with tryouts, and she really stuck out to me as a really, really talented freshman.
There's a hit to short. She'll throw her out. That is Kylie Burris, shortstop for the Lady Wildcats. Well, had a nice hop there for her, Coach, right? About knee high.
Yeah. Well, back to the top of the lineup. See if the second time around we can do better. Well, I mean, we hadn't got a hit yet, Buzz. We need to start getting hold of this.
That is Bailey Brinkley. Bailey went from third base to shortstop.
Second time around in the lineup. Usually you get a look at her the first time around. Now you know what to expect. Hopefully we can start putting some hits together.
Now, I'd have bet $100 against the dollar last night that we'd be playing today.
Yeah, I guess the forecast changed last night and said it's not going to get here until later tonight. So good that you can get these games in, especially conference. You don't want to have to make up conference games. You want to get them in when you can.
Grizzly Field over here on North O. Martin Luther King Park. There is a restaurant, I want to give them a little plug. It's Sabor Azteca that's at it's about the 35 or 3600 block of North O. Used to be El Rodeo or La Victoria, but Benito and Jesse Robles bought it, and it is now called Sabor Azteca. Great place to eat. I'm going to head there as soon as we get through here. Authentic Mexican food.
Buzz, you're just making my stomach growl now. Make me hungry.
Well, Coach, be my guest if you want to go with me. All right, we got a base runner. Bailey Brinkley on first for a walk. Anna Hale.
Need a little two-out rally here, Buzz.
Don't have very many seniors on the team, but you got back-to-back seniors there with Bailey at first and Anna at the plate. What kind of speed does Bailey have?
Oh, she's got good speed, yeah. She can run.
Matt Whitsitt, first base, assistant coach for the Lady Bears.
Well, Buzz, I came up here looking at the monitor. If that's what people are seeing on Grizzly Sports Network, that's a great picture.
Pretty amazing, isn't it? Over the years, we've invested in a lot of new equipment, especially with the wireless stuff, and then having Dylan able to kind of place it all and figure out where to put what, different angles. I mean, there's so much science that goes into it to try to, get pictures like that. You got to have good equipment to start with, and you better know how to use it after that. I like
once again. Dylan deserves a raise. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm going to advocate for Dylan as long as you give me a microphone. That's all there is.
I'm not going to go against you on that. That's for sure.
All right, full count, 2 outs. So Bailey will be she'll be moving on the pitch. Let's see if we can get something going here. I think last time Anna chased a high fastball would have been ball 4. So let's see if she can hang off of that.
Oh. Man. Well, you got to give credit to Aniston Reith. She's a very good pitcher, but you feel like you need to take a swing at that one. That's going to end the inning. 3-0 is the score. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with the top of the 4th after this.
Hi, this is Ricky Smith, head basketball coach for the Northside Lady Bears. I dial 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
This is Northside head basketball coach Eric Burnett. I call 782-8940. That's 782-8940.
What a great time of the year. It's also a great time to take advantage of York Factory rebates on high-efficiency HVAC products. Give us a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
You're in business to do business, not paperwork. That's where the skills of Potts & Company certified public accountants can help you succeed. Trust the experienced professionals of Potts & Company for tax preparation, bookkeeping, and other business services. Using QuickBooks for your operations? They're QuickBooks experts. The Potts & Company team can help you establish, organize, and optimize your QuickBooks for utmost effectiveness. Visit pottscpa.com to learn more.
After 3 innings, we're down 4-0. Riley Bratcher played for the Lady Wildcats. Bratcher, first baseman. She'll let a ball go by. 1-0. Oh, my goodness. What a hard hit ball right back to the pitcher. Mallory makes the catch. Great reflex is all I can say. Dylan, we get a replay of that?
I've seen that time and time again for her. She really, one good thing about her is she fields her position well, and
that was amazing.
Great reflexes.
Well, we're going to get a replay of it here in a minute. Chloe Malden at the plate, right fielder. One and one's the count. fouled off. 1 and 2. All right, Dylan's got the replay. Let's watch Mallory in action here. Right back to her. Wow, that's quick. Maybe we can get another frame or two on that here shortly, but you got the idea. Tell you what, you can have one coming back at you that hard, you just want to get out of the way of it, but she did not flinch.
That was a beautiful changeup.
Sure was.
Froze the girl up. Strike 3. We got leadoff coming up now. We need to try to get this out and get back to the bat. It's got to score some runs.
So Mallory with a nice changeup to sit Malden down. Riley Bratcher, who feels like she probably should be on base, but not after that catch from Mallory. Zaria Palmer, top of the lineup. There's a shot to center field. Will it chase it down? No, it'll go to the fence. And Palmer will round second and go to third. The coach will hold her up there. Well hit ball in the gap between left and center goes to the fence. So we have a runner on third with 2 down.
That's a pass to the Wildcats, number 7, Riley Wolf.
You know, in situations like this, Buzz, blocking the ball at home plate, making sure it doesn't get by you, making the routine play right here is crucial to keep that run from coming home.
Riley Wolf is the batter. One outside, one inside, 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1's the count, 2 down. A runner on first. That's Palmer. Palmer who hit a gapper, make a triple out of it. There's a shot to short. Bailey, will she come up with it? That'll score a run. So Palmer will cross the plate as Riley Wolf will be at first base.
Number 6, Madison Pratt, at the bat for the Wildcats.
Madison Pratt up for the Wildcats. And the runner goes. Oh, a nice throw to second. Safe as Pratt slides in to third base, but a nice throw by Addison Foster. Looked like Bailey was going to have her, but she just slid up underneath the tag.
It was a great throw by Addison Foster. It's close.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that was Riley Wolf that slid underneath the tag. Madison Pratt at bat now. Pratt with a very hard hit down the left field line foul. 3-1. Well, nice changeup from Mallory. That's going to make the count full. Madison Pratt will have a decision to make here. 2 down, runner at second base. Chill Walker. So, runners at first and second. That'll be Kylie Burris at the plate now.
Kylie Burris, number 22, up the bat for the Wildcats.
Another hard hit ball, foul down the left field line. Between Pratt, Burris, and Aniston Reith, they really turn on these balls. They get that inside pitch, guys, and they'll hit it down the left field line. You just hope they keep hitting them foul. A change up there, and that will be an out. That was Erica Johnson at first base. 5-0 is the scores. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, she's bringing them in. We, as of right now, Buzz, we don't have a hit so far in the game. Their pitcher's done a really good job of keeping us off balance. So, in times like this when you're not hitting the ball, you do things. Put bunts down, make them, try to make them make mistakes on defense, whatever. Try to get anything going here.
Well, Mallory and Brinkley, the only ones to reach on walks. But you're right, we just can't get a bat on it. You to get a chance to try to talk to Coach.
I'm gonna go down there and let her know that I'm gonna talk to her at the next half inning.
Okay. Erica Johnson, who caught the fly ball to end the last half, she'll be up. Hopefully she can get something started. Reith back in the circle. Done a great job all night long for these Lady Wildcats. Erica with a swing and a miss there, 0-1. If you're just joining us, it's been a little struggle at the plate for the Lady Bears. They're in the bottom of the fourth. Just got behind that one a little bit, just a little bit late, 0-2. One time we had a house full of administration with Coach Carter. Our athletic director, Michael Beaumont, was in for a little bit. Matt Blaylock even came in. His office is right across the street. And we appreciate everything everybody does for the Grizzly Sports Network, all the support they give us and all the volunteer work.
Yeah, Buzz, we got administrators going everywhere tonight. We got baseball over at Hunts Park. We got a track meet over at Southside tonight, so they're kind of spread thin tonight.
1-2 to Erica. Just a shallow fly into center. That was Madison Pratt. Made the catch, 1 down. Eden Davis, who I love watching her swing a bat. Check that, Addison Foster, catcher for us.
Addison, she's got great power. She gets a hold of one.
Took a cut at it. Well, that's a shot to left field. Just a hard hit out. That was Riley Wolf in left field to make the catch. It's the first really good bat we've put on a ball tonight.
Yeah, that girl threw her a changeup. She waited on it well and got it. I mean, just sometimes you have atoms, you know, we hit it right at them, and that was right at them. So unfortunate.
Yeah, Mallory, who reached on a walk earlier. Vickers on deck. One and two. Just a lazy fly, and that will be caught. Kylie Burris. So we couldn't get anything going then. Guys, that's going to be 5-0 after 4. So we will take a break. Come back with the top of the 5th after this.
Sawyer's is about more than sunrooms, patios, and home improvement. For over 30 years, we've been about people, about our community, about you. We make quality products affordable so you can focus on making memories with those who matter most. We bring our passion for great craftsmanship and take pride in the work we do, so you can count on it lasting a lifetime. Give us a call today and see the difference we can make for you.
Sabor Azteca is bringing authentic Mexican flavor to Fort Smith. Experience the taste of delicious homemade dishes made from scratch just for you. Enjoy your favorites with our delicious fajitas, tacos, and more, cooked by friendly people who make it authentic. Visit Sabor Azteca Mexican restaurant and taste it for yourself.
After 4, it's 5-0. Savannah Woods will be at the plate. Savannah's second baseman.
Buzz, we got to do whatever we got to do. We got to hold them down, and hopefully we can get on this girl in our last 3 at-bats.
Yeah, the majority of these Har-Ber Lady Wildcats are pull hitters. I mean, even some of the pitches outside, Coach, they're so quick on them.
You know what coaches call that?
What's that?
Strike one.
One and one. Good pitch by Mallory. 1-2. Just took a lot off that. It was inside. Woods just watched that one go by. Woods hanging in there, 1-2. Two and two's the count. A little high and outside. You know, that pitch is deceiving when she takes something off of it.
Yeah, that girl did a good job of fighting off that changeup. A lot of times it freezes you up.
It's a fair ball right down the left field line, so Woods will turn and go to second, stand up double. That'll bring up Brooke Byer.
Up next for the late Wildcats, number 4, Brooke Byer.
I have not seen, and I know the wind is definitely a factor. It's blowing to left field, a little bit in and to the left, but I have not seen a ball on the right half of the field tonight.
Yeah, they're definitely a pull hitting team for sure.
Shot right up the middle, and that's going to score Savannah Woods, who ripped one down the left field line, fought off a 3-2 count, and had a stand-up double. She'll score. Brooke with a well-hit single. Now Aniston Reith, who's 0 for 2 at the plate, but boy, if she gets a hold of one, Honesty Thomas, get ready.
She's put about 4 or 5 over in the parking lot over here.
Yeah. So now Honesty, get ready because you are in play here. Coach, when you have these pull hitters like this, and they've been pretty successful on some of the outside pitches, still pulling them, but is that what you try to do? I mean, you don't want to pitch to their power.
Well, there's 2 things you can do. You can try to throw away and even take it off the plate a little bit, or
there's another high foul ball go down the left field line. 200 down the line, left field and right field, 220 in the center, but that ball may have gotten out of here if it had been fair.
Oh yeah.
And it was and she didn't get all that.
Another thing you can do against a pull hitter is try to throw them a little bit more inside. Let them foul it off, and then try to hit them outside again.
Yeah, and she's been pretty successful tonight, especially with this batter who, just as soon as I say it, hits it right field, but that'll be an out. And she'll hold the runner at first. That was Eden Davis in right field, makes the catch. You know, there has been, I take that back, there was a shot into right field, really right center. That's a foul ball that Eden made a good grab on before the sun went down, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
She had to chase that one into the sun.
And there was a girl on second. We doubled her up
exactly
on that same play.
Oh, and one down. Lady Bears down 6-0. Bailey will call her off, squeezes it, 2 down. Good job by Bailey Brinkley.
Buzz, I'm going to try to get out here after this third out and have a talk with Coach Walden.
Okay. That's a strike. Chloe Malden at the plate. That should be foul ball. I couldn't see it as it went over the dugout, but well hit ball by Chloe, but it does go foul down the left field line. 1-2 now. So you call that strike 2?
Absolutely. I'd expect something off speed right here.
1-2 with 2 down. That pitch was up. Chloe took it and fouled it off, almost caught in the bleachers. It's cooled down a little bit out there as the sun has gone down. We can feel it here in the press box with the windows open. I'm sure Coach Little can attest to that being on the field.
Well, I don't think the temperature's too bad.
Just
but
the wind.
Yeah, I mean, that wind's blowing 15 miles an hour. So it makes it a little bit cooler.
Still 1-2. Another foul ball down the left field line.
I'm surprised she hadn't come in with a changeup. I'm expecting to see that here any minute.
Low and outside, 2-2. There you go. Nice pitch. That's the changeup. Swing and a miss. I think Coach Little hopefully going to try to get Coach Walden here. Trying to get her strategy being down 6-0.
Coach, so far, we hadn't got a hit yet. In the last inning, Addison got a hard hit. What do we got to do to get a hold of this girl?
Hey, man, we got to find a way. Whatever it takes right now. That's what I keep telling the girls. Put it in play, and good things will happen. That's right. You got 9 outs, and we've all seen it before. You have one good inning, and it just kind of snowballs. So, this girl, she's throwing really well. You got to get up there and battle, right? Oh, absolutely. Tell them to be disciplined at the plate and, just take what she gives you and go from there. Well, let's get after them, Coach. Yes, sir. Thank you. All right, back to you, Buzz.
Whatever you got to do.
In a situation like this, Buzz, you want to get hits, but you want to get on base, whatever it takes. Yeah. If it's a walk, get hit by a pitch. The bottom line is when you're down 6-0 in the 5th inning, you need base runners. That's the only way. You got to get base runners, and hopefully that gets contagious and you can start scoring some runs.
Well, Vickers at the plate has the ability to get us started. Good hitter. No stranger to the game. Good junior. Where she goes, that's going to hit into center field. Will she chase it down? Nice job by Madison Pratt to chase that one down. Well hit by Vickers. 1 down. Eden Davis. Eden also has the ability to get something going here.
Well, that one right there, that's a gut punch right there, Buzz.
Yeah. Yeah, she hit it hard. That is the second baseman call. That'll be the second out. Savannah Woods makes the squeeze. That'll bring Honesty Thomas to the plate. 2 down. The bottom of the 5th. Swung in an outside pitch there. 0-1. There's a hit to third base, and that will be the 3rd out. Nice job by Zaria Palmer. It's going to be the end of the 5th. We're down 6-0. We'll be back with more Lady Bear after this.
For the consumer, I think it's maybe one of the best times in history, at least in my experience. It's the best time that I've seen. The pre-owned business is definitely changing. Probably the best time as far as ease that we've seen in the car business. Transaction between the salesman and the customer is so much easier. The coolest thing about our pre-owned stores to me is hearing what they say about going there. Come see us at Clay Maxey Premium Pre-Owned in Fort Smith and in Tawnytown.
Northside High School invites you to help pave the way in the Legacy Walk. All former or current students, players, friends, families, faculty, administration, community leaders, and businesses are invited to become a permanent part of its campus. Have your own personalization engraved on a 4x8 brick to be installed in front of the new arena. Honor a loved one, a teacher, a coach, your graduating class, or even advertise an organization or business. Support Northside and become a part of the campus for years to come. Stop by the Grizzly Gear Shop and order yours today.
Hey, Chief. Which weighs more, meatloaf or steak?
Steak.
Ham or turkey?
Ham.
Mac and cheese or cookies?
Mac and cheese easily. Let's go weigh him and find out.
Okay. Pound of carrot cake or a pound of ice cream?
Nice try, rookie.
I almost had you.
Not even close.
Up to bat for the Lady Wildcats, Z. Palmer.
Folks, I apologize for the radio silence.
All right, shot into left field. Kind of misjudged that one. She'll hold up at second.
You know, that's a tough thing for a left-handed, a left fielder and a left-handed batter, because when they hit it down that line, that ball will tail off, and that's exactly what happened. And got Honesty turned around a little bit there.
That was Palmer with the hit. She's a really good ball player, good hitter, plays third base.
Yeah, she's your ideal leadoff.
Riley Wolf at the plate. Wolf has done a good job tonight in left field. And Wolf will lay a bunt down, and very effective. She'll get to first. Palmer will be safe at third. We got Coach Little with a headset on now. Got him in out of that wind. Back up here in the press box.
It's a little cold out there, Buzz.
It's Jack. What kind of grass this is?
It's a ryegrass.
Did you overseed it?
Oh yeah.
Is it overseeded rye? That's beautiful. Wolf safe at second. Left fielder Madison Pratt at the plate, has a runner at second and third. High fly down the left field line. I can't see if she makes the catch.
She did make the catch.
Made the catch. Good job by Thomas to make the catch. But that will score Palmer and send Wolf to third base.
Yeah, it was right on the fence.
Yeah.
It was a good catch.
Seven to 0, one down. The top of the sixth inning. Now, this is a really good place, good ballpark to broadcast from. Press box is so nice, and you have such good angles.
Yeah, it's a it's a great facility for high school softball for sure.
And what you're seeing as far as colors, you know, when you're watching it on TV, I mean, that's real. What we're seeing on our monitors is what you see here at the field.
Yeah, that's not painted. That's real grass.
Shortstop Kylie Burris as a runner at third. One down. Burris wanted to go to first, but that was a strike. 3-1 to Burris. Now she'll go to first. Runners at the corners now. Now Savannah Woods, second base. One down with a runner at first and third.
See if they send the runner here, first and third situation.
And she fouls it off.
Got a report from the baseball game. Grizzlies are down 3-1 in the top of the seventh to Bentonville West.
Need to hold them in the bottom of the seventh rally. She'll bunt it. And the play at the plate is safe. That was Riley Wolf who I'm going to slide in for another run. 8-0. Now runners at first and second. Still just one down.
You know what that is, Buzz?
That is a strike.
Strike one.
Yeah, I'll catch on. It's Brooke Byer who just hits a fair ball between left and center. Now the bases will be loaded. Still just one down. And as far as I'm concerned, the most feared hitter on the Lady Wildcats team is at the plate now. Mallory's done a good job against her the last three at-bats, sat her down, but I'm just afraid she's going to catch one and it's going to be fair. It's been a good duel between pitcher and batter all night long, but we need another victory right here, especially with the bases loaded.
Right.
And she hits a fair ball. That's a hard grounder in between third and short. And that's going to score Kylie Burris. So make it 9-0. Still just one down. That's the first hit tonight for Aniston Reith.
Up next for the Wildcats, number 9, Riley Bratcher.
Riley Bratcher now will come to the plate. Coach Walden's going to want to chat in the circle. What's she saying, Coach?
Well, they're probably going to bring the infield in because if this run from third scores, that's 10. Well, we still get that
shot.
We get another at bat, but that invoked the mercy rule.
Right.
So I would expect for the infield to play in, and any ball hitting the infield, they're going home.
Lady Bears will go to Fayetteville on Thursday, play at 5 o'clock. It'll be the varsity and the junior varsity. I think the Grizzly Sports Network will be at the, for the boys, I think we'll play Har-Ber on Monday, this next Monday, and I believe we'll be there for that. All right, Briley Bratcher now at the plate. Bases are loaded, and she hits a hard shot into left field. That will score one. That's Savannah Woods that comes across the plate. So there's 10. Still just one down. Again, like Coach was saying, the Lady Bears will be able to bat in the bottom of the 6th. We do need to stop the bleeding right here.
Right.
Chloe Malden, who had a hard hit ball at her last at bat. Again, she's a pull hitter.
You know, I've been on both sides of these type of games, Buzz, over the years, and when you're on the losing side of this, it is not fun. You just want to get it over with and start fresh tomorrow.
Yeah. Now you got another game Thursday night against Fayetteville. It's a conference opener tonight.
I don't know a whole lot about Fayetteville. They've been down the last couple of years, but I don't know. You know, one thing that I was talking with the baseball coach about last night is, you know, in football, the conferences are 8-8.
Yeah.
And 6 teams from each conference go.
Right.
Well, now that Northside in every sport but football is in the West,
right.
Now it's 9 teams in the West and 7 in the Central.
Yeah.
Well, it's still 6-6. So there's going to be 3 teams sitting out of postseason in the West. Only 1 team in the Central sitting out.
Yeah.
So you got to, you know, whatever you got to do, you want to be in that top 6 to give yourself a chance to go to state.
A little lazy fly ball short center. That'll score Becca Bromell.
Back to the top of the lineup. Didn't this one lead the inning off? So they batted around this inning.
Zyria Palmer. Been very impressed with her tonight. Solid third baseman. Great hitter. I will say that this year in basketball, since we went to the West, it was so much easier as far as the road games go.
Yeah, it was.
And we enjoyed that. You know, the strange thing about it in football in the Central, the stadiums on your away games aren't near as nice as the ones in the West.
Correct.
On your away games. But in basketball, it's just the opposite.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. I mean, you go to in the Central, Conway, Cabot, Bryant, Southwest, beautiful arenas. But football, it's a whole different story. Well, I shouldn't say that it's not the actual field or their stadium, but where we have to broadcast from.
Right.
It is, boy, you talk about a challenge.
In the Central.
In the Central, yes. Palmer will go to first, and that'll score a run. That was Belle Haney.
Well, I know, they've scored 6 runs this inning to, make it look pretty lopsided. And it has been a lopsided game, I'll say. Yeah. But the difference in the game in the first 4 or 5 innings is they're putting the ball in play, and we're not. We're not we hadn't hit the ball as good as we're capable of, and hopefully Coach Walden and the team they'll go back to practice tomorrow and just get better and get better.
Get ready for Thursday.
Got to get ready, yeah. And they're capable of it. They are.
Well, you got some really good players.
Yeah. They've shown it.
And they're young.
They are. Got 3 seniors out there right now.
This is Riley Wolf. She's a left fielder. Done a really good job tonight. The Lady Wildcats.
I was
that is going to be caught. It's Thomas with the catch. So Honesty's done a good job at left field.
Honesty is Coach Eric Burnett's niece.
I knew that.
Yeah. I was down talking to Amy Brinkley just a while ago, and
a high fly, and that'll be the 3rd out. That was a Mariah Green freshman.
Well, we need 4 runs here, or it's going to be a ball game.
So you were talking to Amy?
Yeah. Of course, Bailey's a senior this year, and it's also Amy and her husband's 20th anniversary.
Today?
So, not today, just this year.
Oh, okay.
So they decided to combine Bailey's senior trip with their 20th anniversary, and spring break they are flying to Venice.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much fun would that be?
I know.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
And happy anniversary.
Yeah, we'll be here in Fort Smith.
(13-0). Lady Bears, like Coach Little said, you're going to have 4 runs here, or this will be it. Bonus today, as far as I'm concerned, being able to get this game in. We'll keep you posted on the Grizzly Bear fan page as far as all the broadcasts that we'll be doing for the Grizzlies and the Lady Bears.
Surely we'll be doing the Southside games, right?
Yeah, and we're going to play them twice, but the one here, I think it's on the 16th. I'm going to have to go judge the Mr. NHS that night, so I'll be here probably for the start of it, and then maybe about halfway through, got to run to Northside. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun.
Wait a minute.
I'm not in it. I'm a judge.
You're judging.
I'm one of the judges.
Of Mr. NHS.
Mr. NHS. Well, there's a shot right past the pitcher. That's going to be she'll be safe at first.
She got down that line good.
Yes, she did.
Buzz, I think that's our first base hit of the game.
I believe you are correct. I don't think we've had but 2 base runners up to that point. back at the top of the lineup, Bailey Brinkley with a runner on.
If there's any Har-Ber fans viewing, we appreciate you tuning in.
And that was Green that was safe at first. Well, she's got some speed. And
she does.
Like we talked about earlier, she's just a 9th grader. Big future for her. Well, she'll be caught in a rundown here, and she'll be safe back at first. Nice job by Amar Green getting back to first.
And she got caught in a little pickle there for a second, didn't she?
Yeah. Guys have to do 3 things. They got to lip sync. They have to wear some outfit.
Okay.
And then they have to answer a question.
And you're judging that.
And I'm judging it. Brinkley's hit was caught by Savannah Woods, and Green's still safe at first. She got back in time. And a Hale now. One down and a runner at first. Aniston Reith, who has done a great job in the circle for the Lady Wildcats. Been impressive both at the plate and in the circle, although she's just 1 for 4, but you really just hold your breath every time she came to the plate.
Well, Buzz, I think she does a really, really good job of moving the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
Her ball's got really good movement. She throws hard enough to be dangerous, especially with the movement that she has on her pitches.
Now, I think there's going to be a couple more judges. I believe last year that Mayor McGill was one of them. I'm not sure who the other ones were, but it ought to be fun.
I'm sure it will be.
There's a nice hit into left field. So Anna Hale will get to first. Green goes to second. And Erica Johnson will be up. You never know.
You never know.
Never know.
That's why you keep fighting until the last out.
A lot of talent for the guys. I don't know who all's entered the Mr. NHS. I don't know the qualifications of it, but sure there'll be a lot of talent there. I'm looking forward to it.
So they're lip syncing.
Lip syncing.
So it's not actual them performing.
Well, it's lip syncing. Lip syncing's tough.
I don't doubt it, but I would think that they, like a beauty pageant, like Miss America or something like that, they actually perform some kind of talent. But I guess.
Well, I got to answer a question. Is that a talent or just smarts? Maybe, I don't know what kind of questions they are. It may be opinions as far as the questions go. I don't know if there's going to be a right and a wrong.
Maybe they're quick-witted. Maybe that'll help. I don't know that I've ever been to a Mr. NHS pageant. Mr. Any pageant. That's interesting. So if they're lip syncing, I guess they're going to have to choreograph some type of something. I don't know what to call it.
All right, Erica, 2-2. Runners at first and second. Just one down.
Yeah, I'd like to see a couple hits and get that goose egg off the scoreboard. That, pretty much the game's it's already been determined, but you want to keep fighting all the way to the end. Change up.
Look like, and those really do freeze you.
Yeah.
You're used to that speed coming, and then if they do a good job hiding it like Reith does, and Mallory does a good job at it.
Yeah. The key to hitting change-ups is not getting out on your front foot, not getting that weight forward, keeping your weight back.
Oh, Addison Foster.
It's a lot easier said than done. She hit a BB the last time right at the left fielder. Let's see if she can find a gap this time.
Addison with a 2-1. Just wants to get a good bat on it. Boy, that's a high fly ball to left. And will it go? It's out of here. Oh, that ball got up in the jet stream. And when you see the left fielder, Riley Wolf, when you see him go to the fence and look up, that's a great sign.
Yeah. That's what she's capable of, for sure.
You couldn't tell where we're sitting. We have the roof of the dugout. The Lady Bear dugout is sticking out, and when it gets really in the corner of left field, you can't see it. But I did see Riley go to the fence and look up, and so home run.
She hit that a mile high, too.
She did. Addison Foster. Wind is still pretty good right now, and it's hard to tell whether it's blowing in or two left. But, yeah, she got that up in the jet stream. Scored 3. A little shot to the second baseman, and that'll be it. Well, there was some excitement there.
It was good to see him compete all the way to the end.
Yeah. So it'll end 13-3, first conference game. Lady Bears are 0-3, 0-1 in conference. They'll all shake hands in the circle. I'm just glad to get this one in, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I
don't know what time the rain is supposed to come in, but from what I understand, hopefully it's out by tomorrow morning.
I think it's supposed to get in around 11 last I looked and be out of here, but then it's going to come back again tomorrow evening. So I know the JV baseball team's going down to Greenwood tomorrow, or they're scheduled to go.
Yeah.
The track meet that they're running today was actually scheduled for tomorrow. They moved it today to beat the rain.
All right, the Lady Bears are going to lose this one 13-3. Our first broadcast here of this season, and we'll do a lot more, and really looking forward to it. It's a great place to do a game from. The Lady Bears will travel to Fayetteville Thursday. We'll be over at the Hunts Park conversion into the Grizzly field on Monday when the Grizzlies play Har-Ber. Do you know a final on tonight's?
I haven't got it yet.
I know we were down going into the bottom of the 7th. But hopefully we're able to pull that one out. That's Bentonville West. So we played them last night and had a shutout.
No hitter.
That's exactly right.
But, our last report is down 3-1 in the top of the 7th. And hopefully we shut them down in the top and came back in the bottom and scored 3.
Well, thank you to all of our viewers. We appreciate you tuning in to the Grizzly Sports Network. Wish we could have brought you a victory tonight, but we're going to get them. We're a young team, and they're going to keep getting better and better. So it was fun to broadcast it, and especially that last home run from Addison Foster that got up in the jet stream and got us on the board. It was down 13-0, but she made it 13-3, and that's how it ends. Dylan, thank you for what you do. Brandon, who's out in center field in the back of my truck on a perch, get those great shots from that angle. And then Hannah, who's up here in the press box. And let me read here. We're down 4-1. It was the top of the 6th. I got you.
Top of the 7th.
Got you. But anyway, thank you to everybody that participated. Also want to say thank you to Ashton, who came in and did a lot of running for us back and forth at concession, and appreciate her. And Coach Carter, always good to get his perspective on things, but it was a lot of fun tonight. Wish we could have got the victory, but we didn't. I'm Buzz Sawyer alongside my broadcast partner David Little. We're saying so long from Grizzly Field. Stay safe, be prosperous. We'll see you next Monday. Go Bears.